Hello, good people. Stay safe. Stay at home.
Hello, good people. Right, so today we are going to talk about the heat and energy transfer. Remember that you cannot create energy or you cannot destroy the energy, but it changes into another form, or maybe it transfers to another things. Like what the heat energy did. Okay, so the transfer of heat happens in three ways. The first is conduction, and the second is convection, and the third is the radiation. Okay, we talk about this one by one. Convection. So the first is conduction. So if you have a candle, a burning candle, and then you hold a metal rod by your hand, by your hand, by the time you heat up again and again, your hand will feel hot, even though you are not directly touched this fire. So what happened to the metal rod actually? So if I zoom in a small part of this metal rod, you'll see the particle of this metal rod. Remember that metal rod is solid, and solid has a fixed uh, particles. The particle has a fixed position. Does it move? No, but it's vibrate. The solid particles are vibrate. And then what happens if you heat a part of this solid particle? This particle will get a kinetic energy from the fire, and then this will vibrate more, even more. Then it will bump to each other. It will collide to each other. Then it will collide to the neighboring particles, to the particle that position close to it. And then the heat from this particle will transfer to another neighboring particles. Then what happened next? This particle will have more kinetic energy, and the temperature will be higher than before because it received the energy from the previous particle. And then what happened to this particle? This particle will again move more and more. It will vibrate more and more, and then bump to the another neighboring particles, and this particle will get another kinetic energy, and it doing again and again to another particles. And what happened next? All of these particles are heat up. So that's what happened to the conduction. That's why your hand will feel hot, even though you only one side of this metal rod is heat up by the fire. Right. So the conductions often happen in the solid. Then what about the convection? What about the convection? Convection often happen in a liquid. So if you boil a water, you boil a water, okay, and then you see particle of water is not fixed. It has it has a not fixed position. It has a lot of space to move rather than the solid particles. And then you put this boiling pan onto the fire. Then this part will heat up for the first time. Okay, we zoom in. If you see the particle of water, the particle of water at the beginning has the same density and the same kinetic energy and also the same speed of collision. Then what happened if it heat up? This particle of water will get more kinetic energy and it will have more movement. It will move more faster than before. Then if it more move faster than before, the direction will be apart from each other. For this particle, which is have a position in this bottom of a boiling pan. If the particle is heat up, this particle will have less density than other same particle, which is water. So you know what happened next? The less density particle will move up. It will rise. And other particle that has a higher density than the water particle that heat up before will move down. And then it happen and happen again. So the cooler particle will heat up and then it has less density and it will rise. And then another cool particle which has a higher density will move down again. Then it will heat up and then the density is lesser and it will rise. So that's why if you see the boiling water, it will move from the top to the bottom, and you will see the bubble move up. And then again, it will move to the bottom, and you will see the bubbles and the water move up. So that is like a circulation. So that is a convection. So what about the radiation? The radiation happens without any medium. It can transfer through the space, which is a vacuum. If you have a campfire burning, then you put your hand here, close to the fire. This fire or this wood particle that burn up, that has a high temperature, will emit the heat energy as an electromagnetic waves. And the direction of this emission is straight. So if you put your hand here, you will feel hot. But if you put um, a bar of metal or a bar of a thick wood, then you place your hand behind it. This heat will move like this. All right. So your hand is free from the heat. But maybe this particle will spread the heat to another particles. Then these particles is heat up, and then this particle also emit to another cooler area, which is your hand. So that's why your hand is still feel hot even though you are hiding uh, the bar of wood or the bar of wall or the bar of anything, right? Or maybe this bar of metal is heat up by the radiation. So this metal will get another energy. Then this metal has a higher temperature than before. So this metal itself emit the heat energy to your hand. That's why your hand will feel hot because of this metal that get the heat from this fire camp. All right. So that is three ways how the heat energy transfer to another places. Well, sayonara.